Once I know that you guys are coming out of school, I'll start talking. I didn't buy them Android phone, but I made sure everybody had this Nokia touchlight. So when I call you and I ask about the next person, and you are telling me the next person is not beside you, I ask for the third person, I ask for the fourth person, I'll call down, where are you? So they know that mommy, and if you tell me that person is beside you, I will call that person too. Where are you? I want to listen whether you are going to say the same thing or the different thing. So like that, they had no choice, they had to team up. So we just saw the letter. He wrote my son letter. My son replied the letter. An outsider making my son feel he's not a man when I'm under my own roof. It's not an eyesore. Then you wonder that it's only the girl child that will be abused. What is already happening to that boy? They're already exposing him to the idea that he is a man that he can build as he likes. So when I saw the letter, I was like, it was even one of them that brought the letter, accusing my boy. See the letter he wrote to my girlfriend. I was like, girlfriend, my son, letter. Now, because I was able to manage them from just wandering around the environment, right under my roof, an abuse is about to escalate. And that is where most parents, they believe they've really not protected their children from an outsider that thinks that it's only outsider that abuse. The real abuse comes from within.
Comes from within.
Yes. The real abuse starts from within. And many times we don't treat it. We cover it up. The husband molesting the daughter. The mother molesting the son. The driver molesting the daughter. The maid molesting the son. They will not say because we don't want the family to scatter. Or the uncle molesting the cousin. I've seen cases whereby cousins give birth to themselves now, impregnating each other. Sir? So then you now wonder, but everybody do, because of shame, we don't want to talk about it. We don't want to bring it out to open.
We don't want to bring it out.
And it is killing us. Because you see, anybody that you see that is an abuser, what I found out later was, before somebody can be an abuser, the person was once abused. Or was trained by an abuser. Is either the two. Because an abuser learned that is the normal way of life. So when you abuse somebody and the person did not see anybody to stand up for them, to fight for them, to make them realize that he or she was a victim, and he or she now grew up like that, that person will end up being an abuser. Or you abuse children, you abuse other people in front of children, those children will grow up to be an abuser.
And there's a scenario that happens during lockdown, and nobody was going out, and these children were in the house, and they had their mobile phones, and while they were in the house, they were busy watching porn, and the young boy impregnated his two sisters.
Yes. So who do we blame? We blame social media? No, I blame the parents. Because from onset, they did not make them realize that this is sex education. What will make that boy start watching porn? At what age? It does not say porn. You see, many times we leave what we need to work on to religion. Because I've taken him to church, I've taken him to the mosque, you should know that he must not do this. Who told you that? It is body now.
I want you to rephrase that. Leaving what you need to do to religion. Because it's happening a lot. They believe you go church, you're not supposed to get this kind of
Who told you that?
So they're living that nurturing part.
There is difference between religion and wisdom.
Yes.
My son was going to church. These people were going to church. But if not for that letter, that day the letter came, I was like, hey, my name is dead. What's this? This boy that just clocked 13. We were pregnant this lady. Another lady for that matter. I had to sit him down. The person that brought the letter thought he wanted to come and fight and disgrace him. I said, no, that's not my son. The most parents, they cover up. I didn't cover up. I said, guy, you've done the wrong thing. When they gave it, then the boy now said, he was the first person that wrote the letter. Bring the letter, he brought it. I said, okay, Mr. Man, that you are making noise, keep quiet. why did your sister write letter? I said, if I want to take this case up, I'm going to lock all of you. Because you are about to abuse my son, making me feel my son was the one that wants to abuse. No, she started it. How old is he? Is he a minor? So I told him, see, they want to destroy your life. You are a man. If you go closer to a woman, you know what they call sex? If you have sex with a woman, this lady that can write letters to you can definitely give you diseases. And you have a baby from me. Do you want to be a father at 13? I said, that father can say, yes, now you want to buy your time with that now. You want to give that to yourself like this. You just I was like, no, mommy. I said, once you do that, any day you do it, I'm happy. I've turned to be a grandmother. Thank God. But you know the funniest thing? You start working. Child labor setting because you work. It's an abuse, but it'll make you work.
And that one alone has thwarted the destiny of that child.
That is it. I said, because I won't feed you and feed that girl. I said, I won't take the girl. I will let her parents know. Okay. So I opened his mind to things he couldn't think of about himself.
Yeah, because when you're thinking small, you tend to take some things.
That incident made me open his mind. I said, Aga, what your daddy is doing, you want to start doing it. You rent house, you buy pampers, you buy food. You look at me and say, do you think I will do it? I won't do it. Say, even till now, despite the fact that they are grown-ups, one is 26, one is 20, I tell them, Oga, now hear me well. I'll tell them, let me put English out, so let me speak pidgin. Now hear me well. If you do it, yes, our culture will not say you've done the wrong thing. Because they see you are the man. And because of that, they think they are hurting the woman. But rather, they are destroying your life.
That's true.
I will welcome you. Yoruba will say, my thing cannot become two. How would I have two phones now? I will not be angry. I'm using one. Somebody now give me another baby phone. Will I be angry? I can never be angry now. But the day I don't buy card on that phone, I will disturb you. So don't think I will be the one to feed that baby.
That's true.
I will never. I won't do that. You face it. And the moment you become a father, you are telling me that I'm your parent, I don't have the right to take care of you. Okay, you can stand up. So even if you were going to school before, or into a business that I'm still supporting you, or you're under my roof, I stop. No, it's funny. But those are the things we overlook that brings more abuse and more abuse and more abuse.
Now, there's a question I want to ask concerning, parents that have, let's say, 2 kids, a boy and a girl, and these parents, they just have one room self-contained. You understand? Just a room and parlor, yes. And they are growing up gradually because one is 9. The guy in question is, I think, going to 10. The guy in question is 13 already. And both of them, they're sleeping in one room. So in this kind of situation now, how do we have this kind of situation? Because though they intend to move to a bigger apartment, as God could have it, but it's not done yet. So in this situation now, how do you advise such parents? Because the last time I overheard the child telling the mother, said he's having this kind of feelings, this age of puberty, like he's having this kind of feelings that he's not ever getting comfortable. He was telling the mother that is a boy. You understand? So, and I feel it's because of the level of exposure that he has, in school and all that. Because during our time, we get that kind of confidence to tell our parents. So in this situation now, how do you come in? Like, how do you advise kind of situation?
Thank you, sir. It's a very good question. First of all, I won't blame parents, even though I might blame some. You see, I noticed that as a typical Nigerian, we produce after our kind. I know you don't understand what I'm saying. When I say we produce after our kind is, we struggle to get married, we struggle to raise children, then we expect our children to go through that same process. I do tell my children that I should have only had one. That was my agreement with their father. Just one. But Something so funny happened, and the second baby came unplanned. It was unplanned. I don't hide it from let the child feel, mommy said she would have not even give it back to me. Yes, I said it. I tell them to their face. And I tell them the reason why I say so. I'm not saying I'm not happy having you. I originally was grateful and happy, but it was not in my plan. So I'm telling you, as you are growing, I don't want you to go to those same struggles and challenges. This is how it happened. This is how it happened. Do you understand? This is how it happened. This is how it happened. I used one message to give birth to 2 children in 2 years. Just one. Which is very rare. Because when you don't menstruate, how do you want to get pregnant? But I was not. For 2 good years. So I just used one to give birth to 2 birds. They are not twins. Then you want to success. So you have to understand, who are you? I have a 2-bedroom to myself. But I left the place because when I realized that my children were entering into adolescence and the environment was not good for them. Yes, it's my house. The environment was not like that when I got there. But as time goes on by the years, the environment became toxic for an adolescent. For me, you see people bringing in women to sleep overnight. You see adults waking us early as 4, 5. You go give me my money, oh. I said, in this vicinity, my children won't grow up like this. I started thinking, I need to move these children out. They are entering puberty. They smoke, they drink, everything just changed overnight. I took them out. At their peak of adolescence, I picked them out. I couldn't get, in fact, it was, nobody knew I was going because it was during COVID-19 and NSAS. I moved on during that NSAS when everything was so tight. But that was the opportunity I saw. I just saw that they were renovating that house. The house was 3-bedroom, but the man wanted to change it to room self-contained. I said, I'm moving here. I'd rather be in a room and parlor than be in 2-bedroom and lose my children to the environment. I can control inside. In my house, I can control what happens in my house. But I can't control what happens outside. So, I'm saying so because that mother and that father has work to do. They can control what happens in their house. They can't control what happens outside. So that is the reason why the earlier the better you control your house before the outside controls your children. Because what you fail to teach them in the house, they will be taught outside in another form. I said it earlier. The boy has the reason. In fact, I love the boy speaking out. They don't need to fight him. They need to just sit him down. They have failed in some aspects. They didn't allow the boy to understand what sex education was from their own end. So he learned sex education from outside. He already learned sex education from outside. For him to start feeling that chemistry, he has learned sex education from outside. And on outside, they will tell you are a boy, you can toast them now, you can date them, you can have girlfriends, you can hug, there's no big deal. That, I told you that's the formation age for a man. For a male child, it's for 13. He went up. So there is no how. He will feel those emotions. It's the body. It's not religion. It's not spiritual. It's body. Everybody went through it. It's just that we were young to understand. He must go through it. The system has even got through our own earlier. But because out of shame that the body must see you stained with blood, so they will keep it between she and the mother. Because if he's experiencing at 13, the sister has experienced our own earlier. And now, in that kind of situation, it is still good because as after 13, they can't bend him again. It has turned to a fish that when you, how will I put it? When you take a fish, an unsmoked fish, you can bend it to anything you want. The moment the fish is smoked and you bend it, it breaks. So now it's still an unsmoked fish, trying to look for where to bend to. They can still bend him right. So they need to sit both the sister and the son together. Then Nigeria happens to us. May we not experience Nigeria in the other way. May we experience Nigeria in the good form. When I say Nigeria happens to us, is our economy in Nigeria now might not even allow people to live in a comfortable space, not environment, but not space. So I understand the fact, that's why I won't blame. I understand the fact that they might be staying in a room self-contained or a room and self-parlor. And from this story, I think they are staying in a room and parlor. That means the father and the mother are sleeping separate while the boy and the girl is sleeping separate. So as a parent, what do you think they need to do? They need to sacrifice themselves. The mother switched to the girl, the boy switched to the father. Marriage is not about everything. Sex is good in marriage for husband and wife. But at times, there are times you shift one priority to the other just to avoid a bitter pain. This is the time the boy has to start sleeping with his father and letting the father letting the boy know, why the mother is not also letting the boy know that because of our situation, you can't. In fact, do you know the most funniest thing? They can even have a 2-bedroom. The parents will be in one. I mean, let's say 3-bedroom. Their parents are in one. The girl has her own room. The boy has her, and the boy will still meet the girl in the room, sneaking. So even as at night, it's even good. Can't those parents sacrifice their sleeping together in the same room on the same bed to sleeping with their gendered children? I stay in one room and parlor as a present. The people were like, she sold the house. I said, leave them. Madam rent the house. I rented it out. But no, when I collected the money, I was like, I'll now use all this money to go and rent 2-bedroom. I can't do that one. I love money. So I said, no. I will rent something that will part out of this money and keep this money in my pocket. We stay in this room and parlor. So I shared corners. The girls here, the boys here. And the funniest thing that I still sleep with the boys. There are rules. When there are no rules, then there are no punishments.
That's true.
There are no sins when there are no rules. But when there are rules from the onset, then you can blame somebody. But when there are no rules, what do you want me to obey? Nothing. So I made them know, Mr. Man, this is your corner. Mrs. Woman, this is your corner. Mr. Oga, this is your corner. I dispose all my double beds because I used to have 4.5 and 4. I disposed everything and I got student bed. Everybody to your corner. And when it's night, it's either I say, boys to the room, to the parlor. I stay with the girls. But because the room at times has just a window and might be hot in the midnight, I don't really like it because of my health. Once I shift to the sitting room, I shift to the boys. All boys to the parlor. We sleep together. So they know. I'm not only teaching them to prevent them from falling, I'm also teaching them to know how to parent their own children when it's time. So the boys know. You see the boys say, I want to bait everybody to the parlor. We take excuses. But a child that you not teach how to say sorry, how to take excuse, how would that child develop it just in the middle? So the girls will say, it's time for girls to bait everybody. At times the boys will just walk. What the boys just say, everybody, I want to bait. Everybody is outside. They will not even stay in the parlor. I'm coming, oh. And in my house, as a boy, you don't wear boxers. It's forbidden.
Really?
You don't.
But it's inside the house now.
You can never wear boxers in the house.
What I do?
Never. They know me. They will not even do it when I'm not there. How dare you? Who gave you that guts? Boxers in my house?
Boxer.
Lie. You wear your boxers, you wear a short knicker on it. How dare you wear boxers in my house? I'm not just saying your third leg. Keep your third leg to yourself. Nobody needs to see. It's your personal issue. Because that is how God wired men. When you wake up in the morning, the third leg rises. So why dare you wear boxers in my house? What are you showing? I'm not your wife now. And I do tell them, they say, Mommy, I'll say, you can't wear boxers in my house. If you're not wearing your short knicker on it, then you are more or less, I tell them, you are telling me that you are old enough to rent your own house. You are free. Rent your house. You say, rent house. I say, you cannot rent your house. Then you obey my rules in this house. You don't wear boxers. You don't sag. I won't take it. It's because I'm in the house. There is no bed. I say, Lila, I don't want to see you. I don't. Wearing short neck, I'm sitting in your boxers over my dead body, not in my house. So I do tell them. I say, see, even if you are not the one that wants to abuse, what about the person that wants to abuse you? You have to protect yourself from it. You don't have a daughter, you have a male child. That's what I do. Tell myself. I use practical life experience. I told myself, I said, you don't have a daughter, but you have male children. So you can wear boxers. It's only their mom in the house. But assuming you have a maid, the maid is now saying the tips of your boxers every day. Is it not irritating to you? And the maid is saying, this Oga man, he did take care of madam. Just yesterday, he gave madam another golden bag. With this kind of devilish, untrained children that we have coming from different homes. What do you think he would do to that Oga? He can make that man fall. So just as a lady is not meant to expose their body, there are some things men does not expose. You can't wear boxers in my house. In fact, I train my male children deeper than my female children. Because I know that my female children are seeing me. They know that mommy don't do this. Why should I do it? The only thing I train my female children mostly on is be quick to identify that this person is coming to cheat me. Don't believe in love. No love. It's business. Relationship is business. It's not love. Chemistry will not do it. Character will do. So don't believe in love. Nothing like love. It's not in my dictionary. I can't find it.
And I think the best way children usually learn faster is, through observation.
Yes.
When they observe the parents, they tend to learn very well from that. And that is why it's good. Parents need to put out their moral,
That time.
Yes, that
Parents
time.
need
and also
to give
act
the time,
morally.
their attention. God bless you. Now, I'm a single parent. I told my son, I said, one of the reasons I didn't decide to take you to your father again, because before I used to take them to their father, I said, one of the reasons why I had to stop is because I saw that morally was off. His parents failed. So I won't fail. By the grace of God, I won't fail. So his parents failed. They refused to correct him when he was supposed to be corrected. And so all these vices I'm seeing in his hand, I will not see it in my children. But when you see him and you've missed it for a long time, even if you see him often, in fact, it's even dangerous for you to see him often. Because you believe that is the way of life. No. My sons are 26 and 20, as I said. None of them smokes. None of them drinks. The 26-year-old one, we know our fancy. It's fancy. We just got the fancy 2 weeks ago. Wow. She has started me today. It was the one that even made me switch off my phone before. And I made him know, my Olga. Even the lady was laughing. Said, she was scared that I would be so. I said, no. My own life is not about threats. It's not about making you feel. Let's communicate. This is business. Life is business. It's life. It's not love. I don't believe in love. Love is about humanity. So if we cannot embrace humanity in business, so where's the love there? Eros? Eros is not love now. It's an act. What we call love is an act. The Eros is an act. Am I lying? No, it's an act now. It's an act. Sex is an act. It's not the true love. The true love is putting things right. So I'm more particular about male children. When you fail to change a male children sexually, you fail to change a trend, because women are already born with that inborn grace to be responsible. Take it or leave it. Women are already born. When you see a small girl, you see responsibility. Now you wonder that what does she mean? She's going to feed me. No. But you see, it's not a matter of feeding. She's responsible from the day she's been bettered as a girl, because she will carry pregnancy. It's responsibility to carry a pregnancy and look after the pregnancy till you deliver. She will take care of that pregnancy. She will take care of the home. She will take care of the children, the feeding, the clothing, the health, the education. What kind of responsibility is bigger than that? But men were not born with responsibility. They don't have the grace. That's why God commanded, you shall till the ground. Sweat, from that sweat of being responsible, because Adam failed. So I teach my children to be more responsible.
Very important.
Many parents failed in that aspect. You see our meal, we gather them. Okay, go to the prison and bring out how many women are there, how many females are there.
It's mostly the
Why?
population
They say it's because it's man. No! It's because their parents failed and made them abuse them in one way or the other, or allowed an abuser to abuse them. They ended up like that. Because when you fail to train a child well, when you fail to change the child, the normal things the child needs to know is that the child becomes a drunkard, saying people, the environment to train that child. And it's part of abuse. Because if you train a child well, if you do not abuse that child morally, the child will not end up being a nuisance.
Welcome back. It has been a wonderful time. Mrs. Titilayo, we're really blessed. Yeah. From our conversation, because looking at many homes, many children out there, the thoughts we have today, those causing decay in the society, is as a result of a lot of poor parenting has been one of the key results, has been one of the key issue, and it has resulted to most children misbehaving in the society. Because a lot of people, especially the era that we are, you see many of these children out there, they are trying to pick life by themselves. Anything they just see, they just want to be, they just want to become. And so you have a lot of a lot of people out there, a lot of tout, most of these things in the society because of poor upbringing. So our next question, which we're going to be looking at, is he said, what are the common mistake parents make when raising their boys and their girl child, and how can we avoid them? Common mistakes.
Okay. In a nutshell, the common mistakes is believing that he is a boy child, he does not need this training. And she is a girl child, she needs this training. That's all.
Wow.
My girls knows that you must know how to wash a car. You must know how to. Okay. My baby was the one. She's a girl. She was the one that fixed that car. She put the battery. This car that I brought today. She put the battery because normally I don't take it out most often because of traffic. So I removed the negative battery. She was the one that fixed it. She checked the engine oil and found out that it was caged. She was even telling Mom, did I get it? I said, do it again. Do it the third time. And I brought it. I said, let me show you. So now do it and tell me whether it's caged. She said it is caged. I said, good. Now let's go. So I don't believe that children should be raised in a kind of pattern. They are all equal. It's not about fighting feminists or equality. No. It's about having a child that will not have any challenges ahead of the day. Before a man will get married, you are all bachelors now.
Yeah.
Are you not eating?
Very well.
Oh. So if you are eating, it's either you are buying or you are cooking. And I know that there is no how you will buy 24 hours, 7 times, 52 weeks, that you will not cook. Is it your girlfriend that is cooking it? As at now, is it your mommy?
No.
Are you not cooking? So what will stop you when you get married to stop cooking? When you have the time, or when you are home when your wife is not there. What will stop you from preparing food and giving it to your children? And you expect those children not to follow their mother? It's not done. So I don't differentiate. I tell my children, all those things that is being labeled as woman duty, you must know it. Female, all those things that is labeled as man duty, you must know it. Not because I want you to go for power toss when you are married. No. But be a functional adult. It starts from now.
A functional adult.
So I tell them, go and on the generator. They cut grass. The females, go and cut grass. My boy will pound and turn semo for you and turn amala. Okay? Enter that place and do it. At times I will tell him, see, somebody will say, I can't wash her pant. I can't wash her bra. But that thing that the pant and bra is covering, they touch it. I need to see the themselves. What are we saying? I said, well, the day she's sick, won't you clean it? You will wait for her. If she can clean your own boxers, then you should clean it too. So, even if I'm not giving you my own pants, I'm giving you my other bra. Go and wash it. Let me. As first, you say, mommy, I'll say. So when he comes back, me too, I need this one. Mommy now. Say, me too now. It's not because I didn't see girls to wash it. I have 2 girls, so I have 2 boys. I've seen girls that wash it. I could wash it myself. But I want to pass another message to him before he grows out of when he can see it as a good idea instead of an off idea. So I told him, what if your wife or you are abroad and you have a wife, she's taking care of the children, she's weak, and the laundries are there, won't you do it? So when you are doing it because you saw her pants, the pint that you enter the room to do the action. So it's the pint that you cannot wash. No, now we are adults here. Let's be responsible. Yeah. Is it the place that you leaked that you cannot wash the pints of the plates, covering the plates? Who are you deceiving now? Is it me? So my son will not do this. I says, don't let anybody deceive you. Go and wash it. You wash.
Because it's a normal thing in the society that when we grew up, for me specifically, I've never seen it in this fashion before. Because growing up, there are works that are meant for the guys. and there are works that are meant for the ladies. So the moment it concerns, especially many young people listening to this right now, a lot of people can bear witness to this. The moment it concerns anything in the kitchen, waiting concern me for them. Mom be say, if you don't have our food already, mo go chop. Now.
My son will not eat because I won't cook for him.
Yeah. So our own time growing up, it was like, when the food already, just go and eat.
That is not, it's not your own time.
Then when
that is how it is till now.
When it reached to go and fetch water, guys, we'll go there. Yeah, the grass in this thing is growing. Guys. We know that this one now for us, but there are some activities in the home. We know that this one is for the ladies.
I think in some cases there are certain jobs that need to be specifically meant for genders. I don't know, some certain.
I don't believe there are certain works meant for gender. We created it. It's our thought. It's the way we believe things should go.
Don't you think it's supposed to be so?
It's not supposed to be so.
Like,
are men not caterers?
It's true, Shao.
Are men not plating ears?
That's true.
Are women not driving buses? Are women not pilots and army officers? So what are you telling? Are men not now doing nursing? So tell me another thing. Why must it be house choice? The main tax that will make you continue living as a woman being. And that's why we end up marrying badly.
Kai. So all this is an attribute to what is causing.
Yes. The lazy men are wiser than the responsible men. Take it or you leave it.
The lazy men.
Yes, the irresponsible men are wiser than the responsible men when it comes to relationship and marriage. Oh, thank you, sir. They see potentials in women that they don't have in time, and that is why they end up marrying the best women that they finally abuse and leave them. And you see the responsible one marrying the lazy women because they went after fashion, attractiveness, not the basic potentials that the lazy men saw. So they break up too. See the what she's giving me. She's just beautiful. She can't do this. She can't do that. No! They can't kill me. Because he thought he was wise. And because he was a responsible guy, he believes all he just need, the lady too will be responsible. So he needed something attractive. So because, let me be sincere with you. When you see a well-cultured lady, financially stable, literate, religious, they don't really look attractive as such. They just look tidied. They are not ready to entice you with anything. Not they are not. They just want to be modest. And most men don't like that. Few men see it. I would say 25% of men see it. Either because they've had some moral education, they are upbringing and the rest. But you see, it's easier for somebody that is what you don't have. I can't afford meal. And ask this person where they chop food where. Go be your friend now. That's why I said when it comes to choosing partners, because many people wonder why is it that good women go for bad ones? When the good ones are not coming, when they say yes one day, time is going now because the reproduction system cycle of a woman does not take long. So they just have to say yes and believe that it not to be responsible now. And that is why you see this torso of feminists and everything, equality is coming up. Because a lazy man, irresponsible, you still want to do like this for somebody that is feeding you, paying your house rent, paying school fees. It can't be possible now. Then you see the lazy, the other side of woman too, going for the most richest guy, the modest guy, and there are problems. So I don't differentiate gender work. Yes, the ladies might, I believe in one thing, practice make perfection. No matter when we were in boarding house, we have female boarding house, we have unisex boarding house. Don't they cut grass? We cut grass, we scoop soccerways, we clean, we wash. So I believe that every child that went through that in boarding house or in a well-grown home, what is the difference? If I'm the only one in the compound, I tell my daughters, if you are the only one in the compound and it has grasses around, will you leave it till snake comes in and bite you? Won't you clean it? Okay, you want to employ a man to come and clean it. And what if the man, God forbid, eventually comes in to kill you or rape you? Yeah, wow, see that girl, see how sexy be. Why not do it yourself? So there are a lot of things we can prevent from picking gender war. I don't believe in gender war. You might have an hobby, yes. You might be very good here. Like me now, when it comes to kitchen, I know how to cook. I know how to cook very well, but it doesn't turn me on. I will just look at all of you like this. Gather there. I will not gather with you. Because it irritates me sort of. I prefer to pay it off for the feeding. Let the man that wants to do the wahala or the woman, let them go and do it and bring it. That me now sitting down with you and I don't have that time.
Okay, we talked about the common mistakes that parents made for their but we differentiate the both, and she made a good pointer here that it's our mindset that made us to differentiate between the two. But growing up, you can allow both of them to learn, get to understand both in case it will really help in family. I just learned that also. Ma, thank you so much. I just added that one now to my list. Now, the other part again, which we want to touch is how can parents help their children develop emotional intelligence and healthy communication skill from young age. You know, you started the conversation right away because you talked about children growing timid and
being isolated.
They didn't get so. I would like you to also just touch this area before Mr. Tony asks the next question.
Emotions is not an easy thing.
Yeah.
Many people die because of emotional abuse. We don't see it. We just say, so have committed suicide. How did he get depressed? When did he get depressed? We start wondering. Did they start one day? It started when they were young. They were able to manage it. My daughter was telling me, Mom, did you hear about that guy that tore his NYSC certificate and results? Even though it was photocopied, he wanted emotional. It was, to me, he was abusing himself, he was blackmailing himself emotionally, saying your NYSC and your school results. And at the end of the day, people that were able to, I didn't watch the video, people that were able to watch the video saw that what he thought were just colored photocopies. So who are you deceiving? You? Because you know that we Nigerians are very emotional. We'll quickly come to your head and criticize the government for you. It's a lie. But it didn't start one day. It started when he was small. The communication was lost. The attention was lost. Before you could go to that level, he has started getting depressed. How was he trained? Did his parents let him understand that in life there is failure and there is success? And inside success there is failure. Before you can ever become successful, you must fail. There is no success story without failure. The bulb. You know how many times he failed? The aircraft. There must always be a failure before success.
Very true.
So I noticed that many parents just want first, and that's another thing that's killed our society. If Nigeria is today not stabilized when it comes to how will I put it? Orderliness, blame our parents. Every parent wants their children to come first. Is it possible? If every child comes first, that means in a class of 30, everybody will just be first. No 30th. No second. No 29. Every child can never be first.
Come back with 10 CBT.
So, because we want every child to be first, and we put that mindset in them, they think of prank, they think of selfishness. We teach them selfishness, teaching them that I know your ability, but whatever will make Chineke son come first. Waiting do your great speaking where you go come second. Go back to land. That one will go with hatred, anxiety, greed, and selfishness to overthrow that first.
And it shouldn't be so.
And it shouldn't be so. I'm not saying you should not let them go for first. No. There is a way you tell them to do better. Not say, watch it. They will not say, you can do better. You can also comfort. They will compare. Nigerians would always compare. They love comparison. They are ready to fight you for that post. But what is it giving us back? Inorderliness. You see it in our bars. Everybody wants to go first because that's what we were taught. Hey, results will come in now. Friday. I'll start hearing a lot from parents. Even my baby is telling me in biology I came third. There is no second. 2 people tied. I didn't answer her. In chemistry, I came fourth. 3 people tied. First. Yesterday I said, Madam, you can also tie. No, day before yesterday. Yesterday, she started again. In economics, I got 80. Can they come? All your scores are 80 something. So which kind of tie do I want to encourage you to tie? It was not yesterday. I said, Madam, you tried your best. Just keep on trying. No need to tie anything. I don't want to hear that first, fifth. I don't want to hear again. As long as you are 80, I'm okay. Just don't go below that. But you can do better. But our parents will not tell us like that. They will compare you with even the person that was paying teacher for Rito. That is where they miss it. Chinedu is always settling teacher in the bar at night with girls, young girls. Because maybe his mother is a bartender and he helps there. See where 2 things that Chinedu is already affected with. And now I want to now compare Chinedu's score with my daughter's own or with my son's own. Because the teacher too is favorable to Chinedu with scores. So can't you just be like Chinedu? See how Chinedu, despite the fact that he will be his mother's work and his shop till night, he will still come first. Wait till do your head.
And one bad thing I don't like is comparison.
But that's what we do. Even our traffic road. And that's why you see, and when you watch it, at times I will just sit down and say, hey God, even the rich people are competing on the road. In fact, they are the most competitors. They always want to be in front.
That's true.
Go to bank, you understand what I'm saying. Go to embassy. They also want to just slip in through. Once you see their parents, this man get punchy for pocket, he go settle me before you go. And you want to keep bribery and corruption. How can we kill it? So we need to go back home. Society starts from home and do a lot of changes.
That's a strong point.
Society starts from home. So we need to go back to our family basis. All my children cannot be the same. Their deliveries are not the same. Their statures are not the same. So why do I compare? So parents miss it there.
Yeah.
So finding out how to help a child in that kind of abuse, because they will be showing you the signs. Like I said, isolation, timidness. Some will even turn out to be bullies. Not because every bully is once abused. No. Do it to me. No, I want to bring out something. Do it to me. Do it again. Do it very well now. No, they will not see. He did not see his own because he was doing it gently. But when I was to retaliate, I used all the force to give it back to him. He now starts crying. Now, as in our society, do you know what we do? They blame me. They don't see his faults. Even when I try to say, he started it first. He was the one who fought. I said, why didn't you report? That's what you hear. Why must he do it?
At the first instance.
They will now leave him alone, not correcting him.